Hi, my name is Chris Rogers. The three countries I will be comparing will be New Zealand, Germany and Mexico. The formal institution I have chosen is the financial industry and the growing trend that fintech has on these economies. I'll be using the PESTEL analysis, and this PESTEL acronym stands for political, economic, social, technological, legal, environmental. My focus will be on the last three, however. New Zealand has embraced the technological side of finance and is a world leader when it comes to innovation in finance. We see this through the growing trend in companies such as Xero and Sharesies. When it comes to the legal side of things though, RBNZ says the responsibility lies on the regulators, which is FMA and Ministry of Business, Innovation and Employment. These two regulators have come out and said that they are waiting to see what other jurisdictions are going to do and are waiting to follow suit. They don't see any need to formally put in any regulatory standards at this point in time until they see what other countries are going to do. Mexico has embraced the technological side of finance as well, and we see this in the growing trend of investors purchasing cryptocurrency such as Bitcoin, Ripple and Litecoin. They have taken the next step when compared to New Zealand when it comes to regulating fintech, and in March 2018 the Senate passed a bill to regulate fintech with the focus on cryptocurrencies to reduce money laundering and also to ensure that there is financial stability in a growing economy, and it is to protect that economy because Mexico has become a fast-growing economy that now is the 15th largest GDP in the world. So it's something that they want to protect, and they see that fintech is an industry to be embraced but also to be regulated quite heavily. Germany has gone to that next stage. They are the centre essentially in terms of economies when it comes to the European Union, and a lot of pressure falls on them to be stable. They've put a lot of regulation when it comes to cryptocurrency, but their people have embraced cryptocurrency, and they've also embraced the other side of financial technology when it comes to peer-to-peer lending and mobile banking. They are, like I said, a leading country in regulating fintech, and we're one of the first to regulate cryptocurrency. The head of the FFSA, Felix Hufeld, recently said at the G20 conference, he called for a worldwide regulation standard into the financial technology sector, with an emphasis on cryptocurrency. Comparatively, each country has embraced technology and the advantages of fintech, but different opinions when it comes to regulating it. New Zealand is waiting, and Germany is leading the way, with Mexico as that middle comparative country to show in there. In terms of the environment and the PESTEL analysis, fintech is positive for all countries. It is a better use of resources, and it has been used to reduce the carbon footprint of the financial industry. Now to the informal institutions of New Zealand, Mexico and Germany. The informal institutions I've chosen is the growing demographic of the middle class. Mexico's middle class is measured to be 47% of the country, and the average middle class family earns around about 800 pesos a month. New Zealand has a very similar pattern, with 50% of the New Zealand economy falling into the middle class category. That has dropped from the 70s, which was in the 60%, and Germany sits at 58%. Where the middle class is known as that class that pays the most in tax, that carries the weight of the economy. And the success of the middle class is very important to a nation's economy. And with these three nations sharing very similar stats when it comes to the percentage of the middle class in their economies, we see a growing importance into financial stability and how the fintech industry plays their part in that, with helping socio-cultural factors in these three nations. With the ability to crowdfund and invest at a lower cost, fintech could be the solution for this endangered demographic.